Have you ever wondered why some dreams remain just dreams, while others turn into reality? Today, we will uncover the secret behind those who manage to achieve their greatest desires. We will explore how setting goals can be the turning point in your journey to turn dreams into tangible achievements. Imagine waking up every day with a clear purpose, knowing exactly what needs to be done to achieve what you've always wanted. Goals are like compasses that guide us through the confusion and distractions of everyday life. They help us channel our energy, stay focused, and build a solid path toward our dreams. In this video, we will dive deeply into the process of setting powerful goals. We will discover how to identify our true desires and turn them into concrete objectives, how to develop an effective action plan, and how to maintain motivation throughout the journey. But before anything else, we need to understand why setting goals is so crucial. Many people spend their lives waiting for a stroke of luck or a magical opportunity that will suddenly transform everything. But the truth is, success is rarely a matter of chance. It is built with intention, effort, and above all, well-defined goals. Let's start this journey together and discover how you can turn your dreams into tangible reality. Stay with me until the end of this video, and I promise you'll leave with practical and inspiring tools to start shaping the future you've always dreamed of. Let's explore the path to turning dreams into reality, step by step. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. You are living the life of your dreams. What do you see? What details stand out? Where are you? Who is by your side? What are you doing that brings you so much joy and satisfaction? This vision is powerful, but before we can transform it into reality, we need to deeply understand what it means to you. Identifying our true dreams and passions is the first crucial step in the journey to turn dreams into reality. Often we are distracted by others' expectations, societal pressures, or fear of failure. But inside each of us there is a flame, a passion that drives us, a dream that calls us. Let's discover what yours is. Remember when you were a child and everything seemed possible? Your dreams knew no bounds, and your imagination could take you anywhere. But as we grow up, many of us lose that connection to our deepest desires. Today, we will reconnect with that adventurous and curious spirit you always had. Grab a piece of paper and a pen, and write down everything that comes to mind when you think about happiness, fulfillment, and success. Don't censor yourself. Just let the ideas flow. What do you really love to do? What makes you lose track of time? What are the things you would do even if there were no financial reward involved? Let's go beyond superficial answers. Don't settle for, "I want to be rich," or "I want to be famous." Ask yourself, why do I want this? What do wealth or fame really mean to me? What kind of impact do I want to make in the world? How do I want people to remember me? This is the moment to be brutally honest with yourself. Don't confine yourself to limits of what is possible or impossible. Dream big. Allow yourself to imagine the best possible scenario for your life. This clarity is crucial because we can only set clear and effective goals when we know exactly what we want. It's like using a map. If you don't know your destination, any path will seem good, but you might end up lost. So, by the end of this exercise, you will have a clear list of your dreams and passions. These are the foundations upon which we will build your goals. Get ready for the next step in our journey, where we will turn these dreams into concrete and achievable objectives. Continue with me and discover how each step can bring you closer to the bright future you deserve. There was a young man named Daniel who grew up in a humble neighborhood of a big city. From an early age, he witnessed his father's daily struggle, working hard in 2 jobs to support the family. He saw the effort etched on his father's face, his calloused hands, and the exhaustion that seemed never-ending. But above all, he saw the unwavering hope and unconditional love his father dedicated to the family. That vision, both painful and inspiring, planted a seed in Daniel's heart. Daniel dreamed of being rich, not out of greed or superficial desire, but for a much deeper and more meaningful reason. He wanted to provide a better life for those he loved, to free his father from that heavy burden, and beyond that, to transform the reality of his community. He dreamed of a future where children could play without worries, where no one would have to choose between paying bills or buying food. In the quiet nights, while the rest of the house slept, Daniel allowed himself to dream. He imagined a world where his family had security and comfort, where his mother didn't have to mend the same clothes repeatedly, and where his father could finally rest. He dreamed of opening opportunities for young people in his neighborhood, giving them a chance to study, to grow, to dream big, just like he did. But Daniel knew that these dreams would not come true on their own. He needed a plan, clear goals, and an unwavering will. Sitting at the kitchen table, illuminated only by the weak light of a lamp, he wrote his aspirations in an old notebook. Each word he scribbled was a commitment to himself, a promise that he would not let difficulties erase his determination. He wanted to study, get a good job, invest wisely, and eventually start his own businesses. He wanted to turn his dreams into specific, measurable, and achievable goals. Each day, each small progress was a victory toward the future he envisioned. And even when challenges arose, he remembered his father's sacrifice and his mother's strength, which motivated him to keep going. Daniel understood that the wealth he sought was not just financial. It was a wealth of opportunities, freedom, and hope. It was the ability to give back to his community and inspire others to follow the same path. He was determined to do more than just dream. He was committed to turning those dreams into reality, step by step, with courage and determination. Daniel studied tirelessly. The nights dragged on as he immersed himself in books and study guides, his notes piling up around him. Sacrificing weekends and holidays became a routine. Every small goal achieved, every concept mastered, was a reason for quiet celebration. But despite the joy of each accomplishment, doubts often haunted his thoughts. There were moments when he was on the verge of giving up, feeling the weight of the journey, the crushing fatigue. However, the image of his dreams and the burning desire to transform his family's life were greater than any obstacle. One question: do you want to achieve your goals too? Then help me reach mine. Just like and comment on what you think of this video. I would be very grateful. One afternoon, coming home after an exhausting day, Daniel found a scene that broke his heart. The front door was ajar, and as he entered, he heard a muffled conversation coming from the kitchen. As he approached, he saw his father, head bowed, with a stack of bills in his hands. The papers were crumpled, and he was mumbling to himself with a look of despair. "How am I going to pay this?" his father said, his voice heavy with frustration. "The bills keep coming. I don't know what to do." Daniel stopped at the kitchen entrance, his heart pounding in his chest. He watched his father, his shoulders slumped and his face tired. It wasn't the first time he had seen this scene, but today was different. Today, the sight of those bills and the dejection on his father's face hit him directly in the heart. Unable to contain himself, Daniel approached and placed his hand on his father's shoulder. "Dad, why didn't you tell me before? We're in this together, aren't we?" His father looked up, his eyes moist. "I didn't want you to see this, Daniel. I just wanted you to study and have a better future. I don't want you to worry about this." "I worry because I love you," Daniel replied, his voice filled with emotion. "I've seen how hard you've worked, how much you've sacrificed for us. This has to change. I'm studying and working hard for this, so we can have a better life, and I'm going to make it happen." His father hugged him tightly, and Daniel felt a mix of pride and pain. "I know you'll make it," his father said, his voice trembling. "I'm so proud of you." Daniel knew that his words couldn't change the situation immediately, but at that moment he renewed his determination. The challenges were great, but the promise of a better life for his family fueled his struggle. He felt more determined than ever to turn his dreams into reality, to create a future where his family would no longer have to face these struggles. After the distressing day when he saw his father struggling with the bills, Daniel realized that there was no more time for empty dreams. It was time to act. The pain and frustration turned into fuel, driving him to do something concrete to change his life and that of his family. Determined to make a difference, Daniel focused on one of his main goals: developing an innovative app. He knew that to achieve this dream, he needed help. With the support of some college friends who shared his vision and passion, he began working on his project. The nights became long and intense. Daniel and his team gathered in a small room with laptops and coffee cups scattered across the table. The pressure was high, but the energy was palpable. They discussed and planned, developing the app idea that Daniel had in mind. The app will revolutionize the way people manage their personal finances, Daniel explained enthusiastically. It will allow anyone, regardless of their income, to keep detailed and intelligent track of their spending and savings. There were moments of tension when ideas didn't fit and codes didn't work as expected. Daniel felt the responsibility weighing on his shoulders, but the vision of a better future for his family and community kept him steady. He remembered his father's words and the commitment he had made to himself. The nights were filled with programming, testing, and adjustments. Each small victory was celebrated with enthusiasm. When they managed to fix a bug or implement a new feature, the team felt a wave of accomplishment that fueled their determination. Finally, after months of hard work, the app was ready to be launched. Daniel and his team were exhausted, but the excitement and pride outweighed any fatigue. They had created something that could truly make a difference. On the night of the launch, as the app went live on digital stores, Daniel took a moment to reflect. He looked at the computer screen, seeing the app live, and remembered all the challenges he had faced. The accomplishment was within reach. With a mix of nervousness and hope, Daniel shared the link with his family and friends. Seeing the support and excitement from everyone, he knew he was taking a big step towards the future he had longed for. Time flew by, and at just 30 years old, Daniel had become a successful entrepreneur. The boy who once dreamed of changing his family's and community's lives was now living that reality grandly. His journey not only fulfilled the goal of becoming wealthy, but also made a profound and lasting impact. Daniel looked at the neighborhood with a satisfied smile. He knew he had achieved more than his own goals. He had fulfilled his promise to help his family and his community, and the impact of his work would be felt for generations. Daniel's story teaches us a valuable lesson. When we turn our dreams into goals and act with purpose, we not only achieve our aspirations, but also have the power to transform the world around us. Have you ever wondered how to turn your deepest dreams into a tangible reality? Like Daniel, who once dreamed of changing his family's and community's lives, you too can transform your aspirations into concrete achievements. Daniel's story provides a powerful example of how setting clear goals and following a strategic plan can lead to success and personal fulfillment. Daniel started with a big dream, but it was his ability to set specific goals and act with determination that made the difference. If you are ready to take the next step in your own journey, here are some valuable lessons we can learn from his trajectory. First, identify your dream and your values. Like Daniel, the first step is to identify what truly matters to you. Ask yourself, what is my dream? What do I want to achieve? Be clear about your values and objectives. Daniel wanted to become wealthy, not just for his own benefit, but to help his family and community. Define what is most important to you and what you want to accomplish. Second, turn your dreams into specific goals. It's not enough to dream. You need to turn those dreams into concrete goals. Daniel did this by creating a detailed plan to achieve his goal of becoming a successful entrepreneur. Break your big dream into smaller, manageable steps. Set clear and specific goals, such as completing a course, seeking an internship, or saving a certain amount of money. Third, develop an action plan. With your goals in mind, create an action plan. Set deadlines, identify necessary resources, and prepare to face challenges. Daniel developed a detailed plan for his app with timelines and defined steps. His commitment to planning helped him stay focused and overcome obstacles. Fourth, face challenges with perseverance. Daniel's journey was not easy. He faced challenges, doubts, and moments of frustration, but it was perseverance that kept him moving forward. When challenges arise, remember that each difficulty is an opportunity for learning and growth. Maintain determination and adjust your plan as needed. Fifth, celebrate small achievements. With each goal achieved, celebrate your victories no matter how small. Daniel celebrated every advancement in his project, and these small victories kept his motivation high. Acknowledge your progress and use it as fuel to keep moving forward. Sixth, reflect and adjust. Regularly reassess your progress and adjust your plan as needed. Daniel's journey involved adjustments and improvements along the way. Reflect on what is working and what needs to be changed. Flexibility is essential for reaching your goals. Seventh, reward yourself and inspire others. When you achieve your goals, think about how you can give back and inspire others. Daniel not only achieved personal success, but also made a significant difference in his community. Consider how you can share your achievements and help others reach their own dreams. Now that you have these tools, it's time to start working on your own goals. Remember, just like Daniel, you too can turn your dreams into reality with determination and a well-defined plan. If you enjoyed this story and these tips, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with friends who might also benefit from this guidance. Leave a comment below about your own dreams and goals. We're here to support your journey and can't wait to see your achievements. I'm leaving 2 very special videos for you at the end. You really should watch them as soon as possible. I'm sure you'll love them too. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.